Good day, everyone. I am Gurley Buscata Meras, a Bachelor of Secondary Education, major in English. In this presentation, I will discuss my answers to the 5 questions about the curriculum. Rather than simply reading my written responses, I will explain each concept using my own understanding and provide relevant examples to demonstrate how curriculum principles are applied in real educational settings. Without further ado, let us begin. So, for the first question, a curriculum planner includes learning objectives, subject matter, learning experiences, and evaluation procedures. Explain why all 4 elements must be connected. So, my handwritten answer. The 4 curriculum elements must be connected because they function as one integrated system. Learning objectives define the intended outcomes. The subject matter provides the content to achieve those outcomes. Learning experiences engage students in meaningful activities, and evaluation determines whether the objectives have been achieved. If one element is disconnected, the curriculum loses alignment, reducing the effectiveness of teaching and learning. Curriculum alignment ensures that instruction is purposeful, coherent, and focused on achieving the desired competencies. For example, if the objective is to develop critical thinking, students should analyze real-life situations, and the assessment should measure analysis rather than simple memorization. So, I will explain that answer. So, the 4 curriculum elements must always be aligned because each one supports the others. Objectives identify what students should learn, the subject matter provides the knowledge, learning experiences allow students to practice, and evaluation measures whether the objectives have been achieved. For example, if the goal is critical thinking, both classroom activities and assessments should require analysis, not just memorization. Now, for the number 2. Teachers notice that students become overly competitive because the school frequently reward only the highest achievers. Explain how school practices can unintentionally teach us attitudes and values. So my handwritten answer. School practices influence students through the hidden curriculum, which refers to the values, attitudes, and behaviors learned indirectly from the school environment. Rewarding only the highest achievers may unintentionally promote excessive competition, individualism, and the belief that grades are more important than learning. Schools should recognize different forms of achievement, such as teamwork, leadership, creativity, and perseverance to promote cooperation, respect, and holistic development. So, my explanation. This situation demonstrates the hidden curriculum. Although the school intends to motivate students, rewarding only top achievers may unintentionally teach excessive competition instead of collaboration. Schools should also recognize effort, teamwork, leadership, and improvement so learners develop positive values alongside academic excellence. So, now let's move to number 3. A rural school and urban school use the same curriculum, but their learners have different resources, experiences, and needs. Explain how teachers can adapt the curriculum while maintaining the required competencies. So, my handwritten answer. Teachers should contextualize instruction while preserving the required learning competencies. They may modify examples, teaching strategies, instructional materials, and learning activities to reflect learners' backgrounds, available resources, and local realities. This approach maintains curriculum standards while making learning more relevant, meaningful, and accessible for all students. So, example, a rural school may use farming activities to teach scientific concepts, while an urban school may use community businesses or city transportation as learning contexts. So I will explain my answer. Although the curriculum standards remain the same, teachers should contextualize instruction according to learners' needs. A rural teacher may use agriculture as an example, while an urban teacher may use transportation or businesses. The competencies stay the same, but the learning experiences become more relevant to students' lives. Now, number 4. A student says that learning occurs only inside the classroom and only when a teacher is discussing a lesson. Assess the statement using the broader meaning of curriculum. So my answer: the statement is inaccurate because the curriculum extends beyond classroom instruction. The broader concept of curriculum includes planned learning experiences, co-curricular and extracurricular activities, social interactions, community engagement, and the hidden curriculum. Students develop knowledge, skills, values, and attitudes through various experiences both inside and outside the classroom. Therefore, learning is continuous and occurs in multiple environments. So I will explain. I disagree with the statement because curriculum is broader than classroom lectures. Learning also happens through school activities, group work, community involvement, and daily interactions. These experiences help students develop not only knowledge but also skills, attitude, and values. Now, let's move to the last number. The school administration creates a new curriculum without consulting teachers, students, parents, or community members. Discuss the possible effects of this decision on curriculum implementation. So my answer: curriculum development requires stakeholder participation because implementation depends on shared understanding and commitment. Excluding teachers, students, parents, and the community may result in unrealistic expectations, weak implementation, limited support, and resistance to change. Teachers may struggle to apply the curriculum effectively, while students' needs and community priorities may be overlooked. Collaborative curriculum planning strengthens relevance, ownership, accountability, and successful implementation. Now I will explain my answer. So, effective curriculum implementation requires collaboration among all stakeholders. If teachers, students, parents, and the community are excluded, the curriculum may not address learners' actual needs and may face resistance during implementation. Involving stakeholders improves relevance, strengthens commitment, and increases the likelihood of successful learning outcomes. So, we're done. That concludes my discussion of the 5 curriculum questions. To summarize, an effective curriculum is aligned, learner-centered, contextualized, and collaboratively developed. It is not limited to classroom instruction, but includes all meaningful learning experiences that contribute to the holistic development of learners. As future educators, it is our responsibility to implement the curriculum thoughtfully so that every learner has the opportunity to achieve the intended competencies. Thank you very much for your time and attention. Once again, I am Gurley Buscato Merez, a Bachelor of Secondary Education, major in English student. Have a wonderful day and God bless.